And it is used through the Boy Scouts of America and the Girl Scout program to recognize young people who have, through their respective faiths, and it is without regard to what denomination they're in, whatever faith they participate in or work through or believe in, then the programs allow them to work through a series of exercises and programs to be recognized. The Boy Scout program in the God and Country has actually 4 levels. One is 1st to 3rd graders, called God and Me. The second is God and Family for 4th and 5th graders. And then the Boy Scouts, the God and Church for 6th through 8th graders, and God and Life for 9th through 12th graders. Back in the day, as they say, they only had one, and it was the God and Country. And I told Josh I dusted mine off and found the cobwebs and pulled it out because I got that thing in 1965, which was the first major scouting award that I ever received. And you can't wear it as an adult, so I broke the rules this morning just to show Josh that they do exist, and it's been around a while. And once you're an adult, you can wear the little purple square knot, and that's the first one that's on my uniform because it's the very first award I ever received of any consequence in scouting, if that tells you anything about where I came from. Josh has had to work with Hank. They have a workbook. There were numerous meetings and service projects and exercises that he had to do, and Hank can tell you a little bit more about that. But this program concentrates on the scout studying his relationship with God and that young person's place in the church. And the awards are presented in the church, not through the scouting program itself. Josh will be recognized as the next court of honor by the troop by the presentation of that knot. Hank?
Okay. Well, our church seeks to provide opportunities for worship and for study, for service, and for fellowship. Our church uses the PRAY program as one means of Christian growth and discipleship. Today we take time to celebrate one who has fulfilled the requirements of one of the PRAY awards and deserves recognition for this outstanding accomplishment. The Bible teaches us that Jesus grew and became strong. He was full of wisdom, and God's blessings were upon him. The young person who will stand before you today is following the example set by Jesus by seeking to grow in Christian faith and service. Now, the PRAY program requires young people to study Scripture and then design service projects to put into action what they have learned. For several weeks last spring, Josh and I met in my office for about an hour or so, and we talked about different things. We talked about grace, we talked about church, we talked about this church, the history of this church, and what it really means to be a Christian. And it's interesting, as I was asking Josh these deep questions, these profound questions, he knew a lot of the answers. So I was very impressed with Josh Balla. Millie has acted as Josh's mentor in this program, and I want to ask, well, let me back up and say that Josh Balla has completed the requirements of study and service for the God and Church Award and has earned the right and the privilege of wearing this emblem in recognition of his accomplishment. And at this time, I'd like to ask Josh and his parents to come forward. You can come and stand right beside me. Millie acted as Josh's mentor in this program and actually worked along with him. Therefore, I think it's only appropriate that Millie actually pin this award on her son. You gotta let the man do it. She has a cast. She has a good excuse. Josh, as we have for you a patch, we also have a patch for you in recognition of your achievement, as well as a lapel pin, also a certificate establishing your completion of the requirements of this program. Go ahead. In recognition of your parents' assistance in guiding you through this program, we also have pens for each of your parents. Your father can use his as a lapel pin, and your mother can pin hers on the ribbon that the troop uses for the mothers to acknowledge their son's achievement. And finally, there's a wallet card, which you can either carry with you or store with all of the other cards that you have received for all of your scouting awards. Josh has received this Pray Award, which features a four-colored cross. The four colors converge into a point to create an X at the center of the cross. X is the first letter of the Greek word for Christ, and it is symbolic of how Christ should be at the center of our lives. The four colors correspond to the four levels in the Pray series. Josh, you are wearing a God and church emblem. The blue symbolizes loyalty and truth. May you embody both of these as you continue a lifetime journey with Christ.
Well, right here I have a certificate of appreciation for you for guiding me through this program, as well as the pin. That's a whole lot of fun working with Hank. On the Mondays after school, we spent a lot of time, had a lot of good talks, and he taught me a lot. Thank you.